Imagine if everything we know about the sun was wrong. What if, at the heart of our star, there was something far more mysterious and dangerous than we ever imagined? The idea might sound absurd, but some scientists believe the universe could be filled with tiny black holes hidden inside stars, subtly influencing their evolution without anyone noticing. Yes, there could be a black hole inside the sun, and if this is true, the consequences would be unimaginable. This possibility not only challenges our understanding of science, but also raises a disturbing question. Could the sun die much earlier than expected? And more. Could primordial black holes, which may have formed in the early moments of the universe, hold the key to solving one of modern astrophysics' greatest mysteries? For years, this hypothesis was treated as pure speculation, but recent research is beginning to shift that perspective. If all of this turns out to be real, we could be on the brink of a revolution in our understanding of the cosmos. But how could a black hole exist inside a star without completely devouring it? And above all, how can we determine if this is really happening? Get ready to explore this fascinating theory and understand how studying black holes could change everything we know about galaxies, stars, and even the fate of our own solar system. If the sun were to suddenly collapse and turn into a black hole, the scene wouldn't look anything like a sci-fi movie. Contrary to popular belief, the planets wouldn't be sucked into a cosmic abyss. The gravity of this new black hole would be identical to that of the current sun, since its mass would remain the same. What would change drastically, however, is the absence of light and heat, condemning Earth to an absolute freeze and plunging the universe around us into complete darkness. Imagine a world where the sky never brightens again. Plants would die within days without photosynthesis, leading to the collapse of the entire food chain. Within months, global temperatures would drop so low that entire oceans would freeze. Humans, if they managed to survive, would have to live in underground bunkers heated by geothermal energy or nuclear reactors. However, Earth's orbit around what was once the sun would remain exactly the same, without any catastrophic deviation. But what if the black hole was already there, right at the center of the sun? Could this explain some of the mysteries surrounding our star? Some scientists have been exploring this hypothesis for years, and the answer may be more intriguing than it seems. What if the sun isn't exactly what we think it is? Some scientists speculate about the possibility of a tiny black hole hidden right at its core, something that could have existed since its formation. This concept, called a Hawking star, suggests that the solar core, or even the cores of other stars, could contain a primordial black hole, a relic from the early universe. But if this were true, how do we still have light and heat? After all, the extreme gravity of a black hole should consume everything around it, right? The answer may be more surprising than it seems. The theory proposes that if such a black hole exists, it would be small enough to coexist with the sun's scorching plasma without consuming it immediately. Unlike the supermassive black holes found at the center of galaxies, this would be a microscopic black hole, incapable of devouring our star all at once. However, its presence could subtly affect vibrational patterns inside the sun, something astronomers have been trying to detect for decades. If this hypothesis were confirmed, it would represent a revolutionary discovery in modern science. It could completely reshape our understanding of stellar formation and even help answer one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos.
Hey, I need your help to be saved from falling into space forever. All you have to do is like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
The origin of dark matter. But before we get there, we need to understand just how difficult it would be to identify a black hole inside a star in the first place. Detecting a black hole inside a star might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but science is getting closer to an answer. Recent studies indicate that if the sun actually harbored a primordial black hole, it would be extremely difficult to find. This is because it wouldn't emit its own light or significantly disrupt the external structure of the star. The only clue would be subtle stellar oscillation patterns, but even these vibrations could easily be masked by other natural phenomena. To tackle this enigma, astronomers have been using advanced computational simulations to test different scenarios. Some of these simulations suggest that an internal black hole could generate small anomalies in the sun's rotation or alter the way it emits charged particles. However, so far, no direct evidence has been found. That doesn't mean it isn't there, only that we may not yet have the right instruments to identify it. If this black hole exists, it could be a surviving remnant of the universe's earliest moments when exotic structures like these might have formed in large numbers. These tiny singularities are known as primordial black holes and can hold valuable clues about the first instance of the cosmos. But do such objects really exist, or are they just an intriguing theory? In the early universe, long before the formation of the first stars and galaxies, there was true cosmic chaos. The theory of primordial black holes suggests that, in this extreme environment, small black holes could have formed from dense energy fluctuations. Unlike regular black holes, which arise from the collapse of massive stars, these would be relics of the Big Bang, hidden within the fabric of space-time until today. If this is true, some of them might still be out there, perhaps even inside the sun. Stephen Hawking was one of the pioneers of this theory, proposing that these mini black holes could slowly evaporate over billions of years, releasing radiation in the process. If one of them were inside the sun, it could be emitting this radiation imperceptibly without significantly altering the star's function. This would make its detection incredibly difficult, explaining why we haven't found any yet. But there's an even more fascinating detail about this theory. Some scientists believe that primordial black holes could play a crucial role in solving one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos, the enigma of dark matter. What if the key to unraveling this mystery was hidden in these ancient black holes? Dark matter is one of the biggest mysteries in modern science. We know it makes up about 85% of the universe's mass, yet no one has ever detected it directly. What we do know is that it doesn't interact with light, making it completely invisible. However, some theories suggest that primordial black holes could be the real culprits behind this mystery. In other words, dark matter might not be an unknown exotic particle, but rather a vast network of tiny black holes scattered across the cosmos. If this theory is correct, these black holes would be drifting between galaxies, escaping detection by our instruments while exerting their gravitational pull on everything around them. This gravitational effect could explain why galaxies spin faster than they should, something that traditional dark matter models try to account for. If primordial black holes turn out to be the answer, it would completely transform our understanding of the universe. Now, imagine if one of these black holes were much closer than we think, perhaps inside the sun itself. If we could detect a unique signature caused by its presence, we might finally obtain the first concrete evidence that primordial black holes exist. But how can we do that? The answer may lie in an innovative technique called asteroseismology, which allows us to listen to the heartbeats of stars. Have you ever imagined that stars might have a kind of cosmic heartbeat? Science has discovered that, just as earthquakes cause the Earth to vibrate, stars also oscillate in subtle and predictable ways. This study of stellar vibrations, called asteroseismology, might be the key to detecting the presence of a black hole inside the sun. If a primordial black hole were hidden there, it could slightly alter these oscillation patterns, creating a unique frequency that astronomers could identify. Advanced space telescopes like Kepler and TESS are already capturing these stellar vibrations, helping scientists understand the internal workings of stars. In theory, if a tiny black hole were inside the sun, it could influence the way solar plasma moves, leaving behind a subtle signature detectable through these analyses. The challenge, however, is that these variations are so small they could be mistaken for natural noise from solar activity. But if this technique works, we could be on the verge of solving one of the greatest mysteries of the universe. If we confirm that the sun harbors a primordial black hole, it would change our understanding of stellar formation and even the destiny of our solar system. And what if, in the end, the sun is more than just an ordinary star? What if it is, in fact, a Hawking star? If that's the case, our future could be far different from what we imagine. If the sun were a Hawking star, it would have been coexisting for billions of years with a primordial black hole at its core without anyone knowing. But contrary to what one might think, this black hole wouldn't devour the star entirely. That's because black holes only consume matter that enters their accretion disk, the region around them where material is captured and accelerated before being absorbed. In the case of the sun, the pressure generated by nuclear fusion reactions at its core would prevent gas from easily falling into the black hole, allowing the star and the black hole to coexist for an extended period. Another crucial factor is Hawking radiation, a phenomenon theorized by Stephen Hawking, suggesting that black holes aren't completely black. They actually evaporate slowly over time. This process occurs because, near the event horizon, pairs of quantum particles appear spontaneously. If one of these particles escapes while the other falls into the black hole loses a small amount of mass. In the case of tiny black holes, like primordial ones, this evaporation happens much faster, causing them to lose energy and shrink until they eventually disappear. This means that if a primordial black hole were inside the sun, it would be emitting Hawking radiation constantly, slowly evaporating. At the same time, however, it could also be accumulating matter from solar plasma, creating an unstable equilibrium. If this black hole were small enough, it could take billions of years to evaporate completely without drastically altering the structure of the star. But would this silent existence have any real impact on Earth? What would happen to our planet if this theory were confirmed? If the sun were a Hawking star, the fate of Earth would unfold very differently from what scientists currently predict. In the traditional scenario, our star would expand until it engulfed Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth before shrinking into a white dwarf. However, if a black hole were at its core...
Hey! I'm still falling! You haven't subscribed to the page yet, right? Please, it's really important. Your support motivates us to keep making videos and improving every time. Thanks!
This process could be halted before the star even had a chance to expand. This would radically change everything we know about the evolution of the solar system and, of course, the future of humanity. The absence of a red giant phase would mean that Earth wouldn't be consumed by solar flames, but the trade-off would be an equally tragic fate. Without solar radiation to warm the surface, our planet would turn into a frozen wasteland, where only extremophiles, organisms adapted to extreme conditions, might survive. The only way to retain heat would be through geothermal energy or the creation of artificial habitats. Humanity would be forced to live in underground colonies or even abandon Earth in search of a new home somewhere in the universe. Although this scenario is highly improbable, its impact would be so profound that it's worth studying. But just how realistic is this theory? Current scientific models suggest that the chances of the sun hosting a black hole are minimal. If it were there, we would have already detected changes in the star's structure. However, the idea remains intriguing enough to spark debates about the nature of stars and even the limits of what we truly know about the cosmos. The idea that the sun harbors a black hole may sound like something out of science fiction, but the truth is that science must explore even the most improbable hypotheses to better understand the universe. Astronomical models indicate that if a black hole were inside the sun, it would have already caused visible gravitational disturbances. Additionally, its presence would likely alter the way the star emits radiation, something our most advanced telescopes would have detected. So far, there is no evidence that this scenario is real. However, this does not mean that the theory of primordial black holes should be dismissed. In fact, this remains one of the most fascinating explanations for the mystery of dark matter and the formation of cosmic structures. If we can prove the existence of these objects, it would revolutionize the way we view the origin of galaxies, planets, and even life in the universe. After all, black holes may be far more than just matter-consuming voids. They might be fundamental building blocks of the cosmos. And what if black holes are closer than we think? If they are not inside the sun, could they be hiding elsewhere in the solar system? This is one of the questions that astronomers are actively investigating, one that could completely reshape our understanding of the space around us. Now that you understand this fascinating theory, one question lingers. What if primordial black holes are scattered throughout the universe, hiding in places we never imagined? If one of them were at the heart of the sun, it would forever change the way we understand stellar evolution. But this is not the only possibility. Some scientists believe that these black holes could be lurking within our own solar system, invisible, yet silently exerting their gravitational influence. And what do you think? Could primordial black holes be the key to unlocking the mystery of dark matter? If one were near Earth, will we have already detected it? These questions still have no definitive answers, but with every new discovery, science brings us closer to uncovering the deepest secrets of the universe. If this topic intrigued you, you absolutely must watch the video, Are There Hidden Black Holes in Our Solar System? It delves even deeper into this question and might completely change the way you see space. Watch it now and continue your journey into the unknown. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content about the fascinating world of astrophysics.